Chapter 2. The day everything almost fell apart. The week had already been rough for Amrah. 2 night shifts, 1 emergency pediatric case, 2 code blues, and a supervisor determined to frustrate her. But nothing prepared her for that Thursday morning. She reached the hospital earlier than usual, her eyes heavy with exhaustion. Without wasting time, she quickly changed into her uniform, adjusted her name tag, tied her hair into a neat bun, and forced a breath. Out. Another long day. She stepped into the staff room just in time. The morning briefing. During the morning briefing, the head nurse's eyes landed on her and didn't move. "Amrah, you're always looking tired these days," she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Are you sure you can continue this double hospital arrangement?" A few nurses exchanged glances. Some smirked. Some looked worried. But Amrah straightened her posture and forced calmness into her voice. "Yes, Ma, I'm fine." Inside, she was bleeding. The shame stung. The embarrassment felt like someone squeezed her chest at as soon as briefing ended. She quietly slipped out into the hallway and leaned against the wall, letting out a shaky exhale. She blinked rapidly, willing the tears to disappear before anyone noticed. Tenny found her leaning on the wall, staring at nothing. "Amrah," she called gently. "What happened?" Amrah tried to smile, but her lips trembled. "Tenny, I'm just tired." Tenny didn't lecture her. She didn't tell her to rest or sleep more like everyone else did. Instead, she placed a warm hand on her shoulder and said, "I'll help you cover the second half of your shift. Go and take small air before you faint on top patient body." That simple kindness almost made Amrah cry again, but she swallowed the tears. "Nurses don't cry at work," she reminded herself. But Tenny saw it anyway. The way Amrah's eyes glistened, the way her breath shook. After resting for a few minutes, she wiped her eyes and whispered to herself, "I can't leave my work for her to do. I have to try." She stood up slowly, straightened her uniform, and walked back into the ward, tired but determined. Because no matter how heavy her world felt, she refused to give up. Even though every part of her body felt heavy, her feet carried her forward. Because despite everything, Amrah was the kind of nurse who showed up even when she was breaking. Later in the afternoon, after rushing between wards and assisting in an emergency transfusion, Amrah felt the room around her tilt. Her vision blurred, her legs weakened. She grabbed the edge of a table, breathing heavily. A patient's relative called out, "Nurse, are you all right?" Amrah forced a nod, forced a smile, forced her feet to move. But inside, she knew she had reached the edge. She didn't tell anyone how dizzy she felt. She didn't mention the stabbing headache. She didn't admit she hadn't eaten since the previous night. She just kept pushing. Because quitting wasn't an option. Because rest was a luxury she couldn't afford. Because her family depended on her. And because once you choose nursing, you carry people's lives in your hands. Your own life becomes secondary. That evening when she got home, she didn't bother removing her shoes. She fell onto her bed, breathing heavily, staring at the ceiling. The tears finally came, slow, silent, uncontrollable. But after minutes of crying, she wiped her face and whispered the same thing she always said, "I will survive. I must survive."